All right, we're gonna play another league with Dimir Urza. This deck is pretty sweet. I had a lot of fun in the first league, which you're gonna be able to check out in the description below. There's a link to the video from the first league, and yeah, this is a list that I copied from the internet, so this is not my list, and it felt good. It felt pretty good. One thing that I thought that I wanted was a mystical dispute. In the first league that I just played, I felt like there were multiple situations where I'm like, man, I really wish I had access to dispute here. So we probably want one or two disputes. Maybe over disdainful stroke. Let's try something like this. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. So the main deck, I think I'm just gonna leave it the same. Actually, the Deprive was surprisingly good. I liked it a lot. The charms, I kind of wish I had access to one more Archmage's charm, but yeah, no more amulet. I mean, I play amulet every day, Sub-Zero, so I like to change things up from time to time. Considering the fact that there's not that many, this is what I started doing when everybody started streaming Pioneer, and I was literally the only person streaming Modern, which is still kind of true, honestly. Like, definitely Pioneer has died down a little bit, but I feel like I'm one of the few consistently modern streamer, basically. Yeah, so let's play with this league, with this list. I mean, so same main deck, slightly different sideboard. Titan and blue black Urza, the two decks I have paper too. Yeah, sweet. Yeah, I'm actually only missing a couple of cards from this deck. I have most of it, which is fun. This hand could be anything. Could even be a boat. I think I'm gonna keep it. If we draw one or two lands, then this hand is gonna be terrible. But if we draw one, we're probably fine. If we draw two, then we're probably gonna lose. But seems like the kind of hands that you need to play. Yeah, I think I just randomly have a Deprive just chilling around. I have no idea where it came from, but I think it's in my collection. Which is a good coincidence to happen. Alright, so we're gonna do the bubble trick here. I'm gonna bubble myself if I see something that I like. Another land. Yeah, we definitely do not want this. I'm gonna find the island, play this, and then I'm gonna play another bubble. And I'm not gonna crack. We have another fetch land, so there's no reason for me to crack the bubble yet. Play 2 Jaces and 2 Forces. Over Talisman and Spellbomb, though. I really like that. I don't think that you can afford to play Force. I think that the blue card count with this deck is pretty low. That's actually a great draw, isn't it? So now I can spend this turn. I guess I bubble myself again. See what's up. Another sunken hole again? Really? Is that real? Alright, so we're gonna get a Water Grave. Gonna play a Talisman, and then I'm gonna Inquisition my opponent. A little bit of a painful way to achieve this, but I think that having access to the Water Graves might be important down the line. I play like 19 sources of blue, so it feels fine. Yeah, but you don't play Force of Negation because it's cancel, right, Peter? You play it because it's Force of Will. And in order to make sure that Force of Will is castable, you need a lot of blue cards to pitch to it. So in this list, we only have access to 16 cards, which is extremely low. It's definitely not enough to accommodate Force. So I could try playing for the short game, or I could try playing for the long game. Those are my two options right now. I think I'm gonna play for the long game because I don't think I'm killing my opponent particularly quickly with this hand. I mean, 19 blue cards. Yeah, that's extremely low. That's my point. Yeah. So this is what I was saying. Like, if we draw a little bit too many cards, then we are gonna lose, and that is the worst thing that we could see over there. My opponent literally found it perfect. They even bottomed. Um. I think I have to take 8 here. Sucks, but I think that I can't really avoid it. Because they're going to play another one, I need to counter the other one. So I'm going to counter and bounce one of these. Counter target spell, returns our permanent to Warner's hand. Then we can spell on this guy if we want to. Cryptic this back on top. I guess we can draw the Cryptic too if we wanted to. Just bouncing these feels so bad. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna play Thopter Foundry here. And then we're just gonna either Spellbomb the Rhino. From forward, trying to catch you live. I'm going to NQ on Sunday. I'm going to try the new version of Amulet. Any suggestions? Yeah, mulligan properly. Take your time making your decisions, and the usual stuff. The usual stuff. Bounce you. I'd rather not take lethal damage, please, and thank you. Another time where my opponent just draws the nuts. Couple creatures, draw a card. Okay. Can gain control of that thing. Hardcast Simian Spirit Guide. Okay. Put Cryptic on top. Hey Cherry, how's it going? Welcome everybody from Cherry's stream. We're playing some blue-black Urza over here. Milady. My opponent has been drawing very, very well over there. So we can Cryptic and Charm. What do we want to do with it, though? I think we tap bounce. Or we can gain control of the Rhino. Yeah, I think I'm gonna tap and draw. I actually punted there. I should have used the talisman to tap. Rough. Rough, rough, rough. Good. Good, good, good. Zodiac, thank you for the follow. Do you still teach Prowess? Let's say I have traveled still with some more difficult lines to play, knowing when to mulligan, even if I have 2/3 of the ideal things we're looking for. Yeah, Cryofang, yeah. Shoot me a PM if you're interested. And we can figure something out for sure. Play this as Titan 4 times. Gross. So beginning of combat, I think I just gain control of one of the rhinos. We lose to the thing that deals me damage, which I can't remember the name. But I don't think I can beat that anyway. So if they have the burn spell, the X burn spell, I think we just die here. 5 mana. Oh no, we don't die. We can gain life. Duh. Sick. Alright, X equals 3. Sack this. Resolves. Tap this. Sack this. I'm gonna put Cryptic on top. Are we somehow gonna win this game? Filthy Urza Net Dicker. That's me. That's me. I'm the filthy Urza Net Dicker that you've heard about so much. Yeah. Dude, I just have to complete the deck. Did you first figure out my schedule? Started a new job 2 weeks ago. The stuff I want to do at home to make sure to keep my job tends to. Yeah, I feel ya. NASCAR fan, yeah. Whenever you want, just hit me up. Is this lethal? 4, 5, 6, 7? It's not lethal. Feels bad, man. Got him. Dispute sounds legit. Brutality sounds legit. And that's it. Needle sounds terrible. This sounds terrible. Spellbomb was somehow game winning the game. Do you like Amelie Tiny less now that it's super mainstream? No, I like it just as much. I don't think I want Gust, right? Yeah, I don't think I want Gust. I think, but Jace seems pretty bad too. So I'm gonna go with. Now that it's mainstream, he gets more subs. I wish it worked that way. Everyone was a sub, guys. Indeed. Dredge is good, but a lot of hate at the moment. Eh. Mainstream is the best kind of stream. Nice. Just what is the difference between Slayer Shunho and the Honeymooners? Oh, the Garrison, I think you mean. Um, it's only because the ability is plus 1 mana cheaper. Yes, and because you can fetch Valakut off of it. I think I'm gonna keep this hand. No interaction, but we have cantrips and we have a turn 3 Ursa, which is pretty good. So yeah, you can actually get Valakut with the Titan trigger, and you end up you can haste anyway. It's a way that you can put 2 Valakuts in play on this first turn. Also, these draws have been like basically not drawing a card. Hashiok Treason, yeah, I've also played Blood Moon in this stream. Feels bad whenever I do, but gotta do what you gotta do. Eesh, opponent kept a greedy 1-lander or something? Oh, they found the other land. Phew. Alright. Fuck Primeval Titan. No, Primetime did nothing wrong. Just a cool guy doing cool stuff. Never hurt nobody. Rhinomania. We need some help. We literally drew all. We drew only lands and a redundant Ursa. That was all the cards that we drew. So we definitely need some help here. All right, that helps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Spin. Okay. Cisco, I bet if you gave Neoform try, you should would reform and conform. I really doubt it. I really doubt it, John. Kill the Emery. Sure. Nothing else? Okay. That's fine. Black. And blue. Boom. Can you die, please? Feels bad, man. Right, we go down to 4. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. That is pretty cool. I think we tap team, draw a card. We could play second Ursa. And tap team, draw a card. I think I'm gonna upkeep tap team, draw a card. I kind of want to clock my opponent though, so I think I have to attack. If they have counter magic, I lose the game. But I think I have to risk it. Interested in no ban list modern? I don't know. I could probably try to brew a Summer Bloom deck. I don't even know. I don't even know if it would be good, but 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I think this is 3, 4 down to 9. Next turn I can set up lethal if I play second Urza. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we should have enough. I'm gonna keep this Urza. We have 4 mana for Cryptic Tap, and I think we doing an upkeep. Yeah. Seems like Phoenix is deck too big, actually. Oh, interesting. All right, so yeah, I think we just risk it for the biscuit here, but we're setting up a kill because I have 9 power in play. They have the force. Okay. Yeah, I mean we were not beating that, right? So going to game 3. Interesting that they have force. Does that maybe want to change anything? Not really. I don't think I want fatal pushes. I don't think that's the fight that I want to play. Yeah, I think we just present the same way. 4 Misstep, 4 Probe, Phoenix. Yeah, I guess. I guess Misstep is a card, right? For Ponder. For Cruise. Yeah, everything that you're saying seems like Phoenix might be pretty busted. I think we ship this. That's too many blue pips and enough blue lands. This is a nice hand though. I keep this one bottom the hollow. I think we're gonna go tap Sanctuary Bubble. Go. Hopefully this dispute is not so. Praying for the Titan ban. I don't think Titan's gonna get banned in such a way that it's gonna mean that it's not gonna be playable anymore. And this is a question here. Should I bubble them? So I don't think I want to. We're gonna get Rhinoed. We are gonna get Rhinoed. Hopefully it's the other thing. No, it's a Rhino. Damn. Spirebluff Canal. And that's not a draw step. It's annoying. It's got a Water Grave here. Thoughtsies? We're playing a dangerous game here, but I think it's worth it. Next turn we can start sanctuarying. Force of negation and opt. I think I actually take the Electro Dominance here, right? Because the force we can dispute. Cryptic. Yes. Bubble you. Another force. Well, that's pretty brutal. Okay, so they have double force. Hmm. Yeesh. What a one we go. Bubble. So now we can. Well, I guess we bubble now. See what they draw. A braid. A braid's fine. Okay. So beginning of combat. We're going to tap all creatures. Tap all creatures, draw. We should tap and draw or tap and sanctuary because they have a braid to stop that. I think I'm actually going to tap and draw here. This might be wrong. Oh, bolt me. That was their only unknown. Okay, so I die. Womp womp. Feels bad, man. Feels bad. I feel like I was in that game, and then, yeah. My opponent drew a little bit too well. Do you think Dimir Urza will say power of family in this meta? Yes, I think so. I think it can be one of the best decks in the format. Yeah, I don't think we can keep this. Don't think we can keep this. The Embers have been either insane or extremely bad, with basically no in between, which is kind of weird. We're getting paired against Stretch, right? We're totally getting paired against Stretch. All right. Ouch. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Ooh. What do we got here? Archmage's Charm Stomping Ground. Combo. So this is gonna be tackled by the Piting Needle. So we don't care about this one. It's between Young PC and Snappy. I think I'm gonna take the Young PC. Hey Sadek, how you doing? Nice to see you hanging out. I'm gonna name the Royal Science here. The Royal Science. And I think I'm gonna play a tapped Sunken Hollow. And my goal is gonna be to eventually be able to wear for Thopter Foundry. Just so my patron is now you finally did. Yo, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, I've been out of town and this week I had a ton of work. So next week I'm gonna put some serious work into the Patreon. Make some. What I'm gonna try to do is I'm gonna try to make a bunch of content in advance and then try to make a bunch of content in advance and then upload it a little bit more paced, basically, a little bit at a time. So here I think I'm not going to cycle the Spell Bomb, and the reason for not cycling Starfire, so I guess they play Goif. The reason for not cycling Spell Bomb is that I'm going to get to wear for the thing, wear for the Foundry, then I can untap, Delta, and fetch for Sanctuary so I can put wear on top. Tell me more about how you play Stomping Ground in your Archmage's Charm deck, opponent. So play an island, play this, go. I think I'm gonna upkeep this. Well, I have two options. I can upkeep this, or I can do it right now and get God by Force of Negation. How am I doing in the league? I'm 0-1 right now. The problem is that if they have Force and I do it on their turn, they can still force me. So I think I'd rather do it now. Nice. Goif. Alright, so that was probably their draw step, I'm going to assume. They have Archmage's Charm and two unknowns. So, upkeep, Sanctuary, put Weir on top, yes, untap, play my land, Weir right now. For 2, you can play around Piers, Sword of the Meek. Always yield. Yes. Alright, pass the turn. Yeah, that's a Desperation opt. We're probably gonna be able to clean this one up. I am not gonna put my opponent on main deck Surgical Extraction. So I don't think I'm gonna be playing around that. I guess they didn't have the Surgical. Yay us. Alright, Gust seem excellent. Dispute seems very, very good too. They have Goifs. That's kind of about it. I think Spellbomb might not be very good. I think we just got very, very lucky that Pioneer was good and my opponent had Royal Silence in hand. I don't think that's going to be the case. So I think it's correct to just shave a couple of those. The question is whether I want this guy. I think I do. Emery seems pretty bad. It's basically gonna eat a lightning bolt every time, which is not good value. Jace versus Bolt. Well, I mean, you just plus, right? You plus the first time around and you're out of bolt range. It's just a change in play patterns. If I see that my opponent's playing BBE, then I would think about taking it out, but I would imagine that it's fine. They're playing Goif, so I think I want pushes. They also, oh yeah, they're also playing Young PC, so I 100% want pushes. Elder Spellbomb is such a weird card. Like, it always feels super medium, but at the same time, it's seems pretty mediocre. Yeah, we can probably just cut it. This is like the slowest I've ever eaten a meal in my life. All right. I wonder if my opponent's playing Delver. They can't be, right? Like, they already have Goifs and they have Young PC. Yeah, and they also have Royal Sense. Yeah, there's no way they're playing Delver. Also, this is Modern, where Delver is just not a card. So Embry can outright win games. Yeah, yeah, but when it doesn't, it's just a one mana do nothing. Hmm. Not a great hand. Not a great hand. And I'm not gonna try to trick anybody into thinking that this is a great hand. But okay, now it's a horrendous hand. Now it's an absurdly horrendous hand. I don't think I want to Thoughtseize yet. So I'm gonna do this. Cryptic. Yeah, I guess Cryptic is business. Definitely fetching for Water Grave End Step. It mills spells for Sanctuary? Yes, but I'm not willing to put a card in my deck that mills spells for Sanctuary. That's just not enough value. Just not enough value for the card, right? So I'm gonna Thoughtseize now. Steal my opponent's sub 2 over there. These draws have not been very good. I'm only playing 22 lands, and yet still I'm flooding like a maniac. Remand my Thoughtseize. Sure. I think I do want a Thoughtseize again, actually. Sucks to have to find the basic swamp here, but it's literally the only untapped black that I have, so. But yeah, exactly. So if this Royal Silence had resolved, I would have been in such a bad spot. So certainly very, very happy that that I went with that line. Probably going to play young PC here. They do. It's pretty good. Land sequencing is pretty awkward with this deck, actually. Probably going to opt in response. I think I am going to push right now, because they might draw into a force and they get a free elemental. So I'm not into that. And I'm enjoying this deck a lot, actually. I think I might try to build it in paper. If a miracle happens sometimes and I don't want to play Amulet for whatever reason, then it's probably nice to have access to this deck. I'll vomit. We're probably gonna take this Snapcaster here. Yeah, the Snapcaster is a 2-for-1, and we can eventually Sanctuary back the push to get rid of the Goif. No, I don't play a lot of paper. That's kind of the reason why I started playing Magic Online in the first place, right? I realized that I had like this large collection and I just wasn't using it. Well, that's pretty good. I wasn't using it because usually I work during the weekends. So it's very rare for me to be free to go play an event. Here they can Oh, you can't bounce your own dude. Good to know. I thought that they were gonna be able to bounce their own dude there. Apparently you can't. Are you attending GPs this year? It's more likely that I'll be attending GPs than it was in the past. It's still not sure that I'm gonna be attending a lot of GPs. But like I used to never attend GPs basically, and basically I had a great experience at GP Austin, which makes it more likely that I will be attending GPs in the future. We can probably take one from this elemental for a while. Would you play ACG events? No, that's not. It's just like I'm not gonna like I'm not gonna spend like $500 on a flight to go play an event. I played in Austin because the tickets were like $190 or something, which is much more doable. And it was modern, so I did well and I got my money back and then some, so it all worked out. But yeah, SCG events are just a little bit too far away from me to make it worth it. I think I'm gonna bounce draw here. I think I'm gonna do it on end step. But yeah, I think I'm just gonna bounce draw the token. To permanent one of hand, draw a card. This stops my opponent's clock, draw a card, and I can always like get back this cryptic with Sanctuary. GP Sao Paulo. Yeah, Sao Paulo, it's a little bit too much for my taste. A little bit too far away. That would be like $1,000 plus flight. It's probably too much. I wish though. Brazil is, I always say that Brazil is my favorite place in the world that I've never been to. I think I'm gonna drown this guy. I kind of want to get the drown out of my head, so out of my hand, so I can crack this spell bomb. Force of negation. Okay. So we're taking 3 here. Where am I living? I live in Los Angeles, in North America. So lately I went to GP, Vegas, I went to Austin, and I went to Vegas, Austin, and yeah, LA. Duh. That's the one that happened in my backyard. That's the one I went to. This guy's starting to be a little bit too annoying. This is a bad play. but but I don't think I can just keep taking 3 here. I need to dig deeper into my deck. Another Brazen Borrower. Okay. I'm gonna Mystic Sanctuary back the Fatal Push here. And we're gonna draw it from the Cryptic, the Fetch Land Enabled Revolt. And if my opponent tries to get cheeky with casting the Borrower right now, we can just dispute it and get rid of the problem. It's not a good draw though. I wonder if they are going to play around dispute here. Yes, they are. Okay, Urza. Urza. The redraws. Alright, Urza. Give me that Urza. Come on, deck. Come on, deck. Urza. Come on, deck. Have to get value from this card while I can. They play around dispute very well with their Borrower there. Feels bad, man. Yikes. Feels bad, man. Just dying to Brazen Borrower beats. Got him. I wonder if they go top or bottom with this. We playing Legacy? No, we're playing Modern. Oh. That is actually lethal, so we're gonna ship it. My opponent seems to be wanting to play Legacy, but they are still playing Modern. Alright, so my opponent definitely has like a bunch of tiny threats, which are very annoying. Is that enough to want brutality? Probably. What's a bad point because of the war bits? Yeah, I know. My opponent seems to want to be playing Legacy. But they sign up for the Modern League instead. Maybe they misclicked. Don't worry about it. This cyberlink is perfect. One, 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 one. Perfect cyberlink. Mono one-offs. Okay. Okay. So we're gonna get a watery grave here. How we liking Archmage's Charm? It's been pretty good. I wish I had room for more. Actually, gonna get Sunken Hollow. The one that's most likely to always ETB tapped. At least for now. Ugh, I think I need to Foundry here though. Plays into Spell Snare, but like my entire hand plays into Spell Snare, so they can dispute this though. That's the other thing. That's how I feel when I need to light. I have no idea how that deck can work. A billion one-offs, yeah, exactly. Well, but that's different, right? Like that's playing a billion one-offs when but the deck is kind of like meant to do that, right? Like you're looking at 10 every time you play an Niv. So it makes a little bit more sense. And you're also playing Bring to Light, which can go fetch your one-offs. But here, like all the one-offs that I'm playing are spells. They're not even artifacts, so I can to get them with where they're just spells. I don't think I play around days here. You see what I did there? I put him playing Legacy, play around days. Yeah. Right. Let's leave here. Brutal. If I see a young PC on the top of my opponent's deck, then I'm probably going to want to hold to this. Or I don't. I'm surprised my opponent still has Ghost in their deck. I would have probably sided them out. Thero Yalega, thank you for the follow. Bloodstained Mire is their fetch land. This has to be. This has to be a budget consideration here. Draw one and discard. We can probably deal with this later on. Like right now, I think I want to develop my board and stuff. Land, please. No land, no please. This is frustrating. I think end step, I got this. But I want to have the pride up. The story of this league has been that I've either flooded or got screwed. Maybe I just need to learn to mulligan, but I still think this was a keep though. Like we had cantrips, we had like good cards, and like we have a bunch of 2-drops, so yeah, I'm liking it. I'm liking it. I still think I'm very inexperienced with it, so it makes sense that I'm doing more losing than I often do. But this is how we learn, right? We're on a plane. We're a 2. Yeah, my opponent deck is not very well built. Alright, finally. They have force, they have force. But they don't. Ha ha ha. Combo assembled. Even if they had an answer for this, I have another one. Nice. What are you up to in Ohio? Just hanging out? Well, this smells like desperation to me. Kept on top. Seeing family? Nice. Always a good time to get to see family. But Goif doesn't do very well in the face of Thopters. That's pretty good. I'm actually going to push right here. If they want ult Royal Scions, they can. Don't think I care too much about that. You show me a deck? Yeah, just post a link. Like Hero of Downfall for times like this, even though it's more mana. Yeah, Hero's Downfall is a little bit too much mana though. Like I've seen the other guy, the one that the Hero's Downfall that deals you 2, but then it becomes a dude. And I like that one in decks that play Traverse and stuff. I've seen it do a lot of work there. Wonder if they're gonna ult or they're gonna get a little bit greedy. Huh. They are going for that. So I imagine Brazen Borrower is the card. Now the question here is, do I play around Surgical? That is the question. I think I do. Like, even if this guy's ults, I don't think I care too much. Like, I don't think even if this guy ults that my opponent's beating the Foundry sword combo. Like, I'm chilling at 20. It's gonna dome me for 8. They're gonna draw 4. And then still die to my Thopter Foundry and stuff. So... yeah, I don't know. Snapcasterino. I think I let this resolve. They're gonna target Lightning Bolt. And I think I counter the Bolt. They wanna put a card on top. No, I don't. Veil of Summer. That one's very good. That one's very good. Alright. Got me. So this is gonna ult. Wait, what? Okay, now my opponent's getting a little bit greedy, I think. Peasy. Take 2. Also, we are ahead by 10 minutes. We're ahead by 10 minutes. How does that even happen? I have no idea. Cool, cool, cool. Don't really care about young PC either, right? Like, Thopter's Ward seems so much better than literally everything that my opponent's doing right now. Force of Negation. So I guess it's better for me to counter the Force here. Or I can just let this go. Yeah, I have a push. Alright, that's fine. Opponent's down to 1 card in hand. We can drown if we need to, but doesn't even seem necessary. I'm gonna make tokens, but they can't make as many tokens as I am making. Okay. So I guess I'm gonna get to kill the young PC for nothing. Feels good, man. Oh, first strike! I didn't know that. Whoopsie. Alright. I don't think I play around surgical anymore. Alright. Have another snap? God damn it. Alright. What? There's a veil here, OP. There's a veil of summer. Alright. You don't have surgical opponent. Told ya. So this should be game now. Yeah, we're done here. Still 10 minutes ahead of my opponent. Still 10 minutes ahead. All right. After a game, can I check out the list? What do you mean? Which list? My opponent's list? Or my own list? Oh, I didn't see you posted the list. Sweet. Bounce my Thopter. Yeah, you got it. And we're making 6 Thopters a turn. Yep, you got a 3-1. Died to Brazen Borrower beats last game. This one, Brazen Borrower beats. The 3-1 is not lining up very well against my army of 1-1s. Second Royal Science? Yeah, you got it. That resolves. Feels like they're trying to push through damage, but it just doesn't matter though. Yes. Yes. The fact that Thopter Foundry also gains life is kind of ridiculous. Only 1 card left in hand. Yeah. This is probably like one of the reasons why we've been taking so long in the leagues today. It's the fact that my opponents have just not conceded when they were 0% to win the game. Could attack them for a 2-turn clock, or I can kill their Planeswalker and just, you know, just attack them where it's really painful, where it really hurts. They gave up. Okay. These have been some long ass matches. Alright, Mara the Pyromancer. Ransack the lab. Yeah, I don't think Ransack the lab it's a constructed playable card, Sam. I understand the idea, like what you're trying to go for, but I just don't think that it's good enough. This hand is good enough though. So we're not gonna get to do the bubble trick for a while. This bubble can help me casting a bigger weirdo, so I think I'm just going to turn 1 lave of a basic and just play out the bubble and not crack it. Put him most to 6. Nihil Spell. Okay. It's good in the deck. Yeah, I still don't think that it's a constructed playable card. Fetch your response to your fetch. Got me, OP. Got me. Got me real good. Black. Boom. Go. Was leaving instruments graveyard. Yeah, I know what it does. It still doesn't change the fact. Like Thought Scour is basically that card, right? But Thought Scour is an instant, and it's it does it for 1 less mana. That is a potentially constructed playable card. But that effect for 2 mana is just not good enough. I need to draw. Like, this is my turn where I'm not getting tightened. So I need to make sure that I hit this land drop. Mighty Salmon, thank you so much for the follow. Yeah. Because, yeah, starting this coming turn, I'm just going to need to hold up Deprive because of Titan. Ha, no fetch. Interesting. Gonna have a Dryad here, probably. Yep. Would be nice to draw some lands. Yeah, this is horrendous. This is very, very bad. What do you think I should be playing instead? It's rough. I honestly don't think that there's anything that you can play there, to be honest with you. We've been really unlucky with lands. Yep. It has happened. It has happened. It really has happened a lot that I missed on land drops and stuff. Alright, so my opponent has not played a land, which means that they have gas in their hand. Okay. So let's start here. Well, I'm gonna get the card that potentially draws them into a Titan. So I'm not gonna get to push here, so I just play this Stabbed. And 2 turns from here, I can enable my push. So my opponent has this turn to top deck a game-winning Scape Shift or Primeval Titan. Did they get there? Or did they not get there? There's Steve. All right. So if they play a Titan, I counter it. If they don't play a Titan, I just take some damage and end step. Wear for Sword, and then untap, play Urza, and go infinite. So we're looking pretty good here. Right, what you got? Another Search for Tomorrow? You got it. I think they should not even be playing casting this Search for Tomorrow. It represents more damage, or zombies if they're playing Field of the Dead. Get Sword of the Meek. And tap. Go infinite. Thank you. Concession appreciated. Gust. Ashiok. That's it. Yeah. Nipple beats. Need more Ashiok. I like this hand. We have cantrips, we have stuff to do. can do start on the bubble trick. Play. Do I want deprive? I kind of do want deprive. Although you play one of my favorite decks, so much great content. Oh, thank you, Peter. I appreciate it. So what to do here? I think I'm gonna do. If they tap out, then it's gonna be pretty easy. I'm just going to fetch for a basic, talisman, Thoughtseize. They do tap out. Sweet. Good, 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 good. And I don't even have to take damage from the talisman. Oh, Pog. Oh, classic. Sack Steve in response. Gotcha. You got me, opponent. You got me. All right, let's see what you're cooking with over there. Yep, that one. we're gonna get the cryptic command there. You can search for a land. Goes to first seek. They play. I appreciate that my opponent has the nice art fetch lands. That's nice. Nice art onslaught fetches. That's just good value, you know. That's an okay draw. My intention here, I could have played Sword and then held up Deprive. My intention is to wear for what's his name? Stop their Foundry. End step. They're showing me their hand. No, this is fine. All right. Start the clock. My opponent should have played a fetch land. They kind of want to play all the fetch lands, keep all the fetches in play, so when they draw a Dryad, they can do stuff. Sack this. Sack this. I think I'm not going to play around a Braid or something like that. I could by holding up the Deprive. I don't think I'm gonna. And the reason for that is that if my opponent does have it, we can still Mystic Sanctuary the Whir back in a couple of turns. So it does, like, I just want to start clocking my opponent. I'm going to start getting the game done with. So even if they do upgrade my Thopter Foundry, I still have, you know, threats in play. And I can get the combo going a couple of turns from now again. Played Castle. Dryad is bueno. Yep. This enables Revolt. Push your Dryad. So now this is going to whiff. And then next, if they want to sack the Foothills, they can do it now. But that way they can only get one more trigger. but that's just not enough. They have a Titan, we just counter it. Wow, they do have a Titan. Alright. Or is it Scape Shift? Might be Scape Shift. It is Scape Shift. Interesting. I guess I was mistaken there. It doesn't matter, this is game. Fetch for Mystic Sanctuary. Oh, I messed it up. Oh, wow. I should have bounced the... Whoops. Well, that was a big punt. I guess that's how you throw away this game. Whoopsie. Let's find something that draws me a card here. So we can look it up. That's not something that draws me a card. Come on, deck. I thought we were friends. They're totally gonna draw Escape Shift off the top and I'm gonna get woefully punished. Titan doesn't do it. Titan just doesn't deal enough damage, but Escape Shift would have done it. Actually, 2 and 1, so it's 340. Hopefully, the remaining two matches are pretty quickly. But if we play it against another control deck, I might need to leave before we're done, which is unfortunate. I really don't like to do that, but I've been playing against a lot of control today, and also our deck is not the fastest either. Alright, I'm gonna keep this on the play. Doesn't the player have to bounce a line? No, you need to bounce a land. I think I'm gonna do this, and depending on what my opponent does, I'm going to crack this bubble or not, because I might want to Emery on 2. Alright, so we're playing against Swift Spear. So I'm not going to Emery on 2, I'm going to Foundry. There's a Cryptic Command on top, cool, so I can shuffle that away. Hopefully I draw something better here. Alright, so that is a dead draw. But at least we can turn it into a Life and a Thopter. So it's not the end of the world. Eidolon here would be pretty awful for us. Oh, wow. Alright, give me those lands. If we draw just lands for the remainder of the game, we're going to be fine. Alright, let's go. Let's go. Damn it. Oh no, they found the second land. It's Prowess. Oh man. Is it possible that I'm going to have the Thoughtseize? There's no way I have the Thoughtseize, right? Like I just accept the fact that I'm dead to No, I can't Thoughtseize. God damn it. Yeah, and my opponent also has, like, they missed a land drop before, so clearly they have like 4 spells in hand. So I'm just gonna die to this. Man, every single time I've either lost land drops and died, or I flooded. Shady, thank you for the follow. It's like whenever the deck functions, it feels very, very good. But Consume the Meek, thank you for the follow. Okay, so that's actually lethal. Whenever the deck functions normally, I win, and usually my losses have included almost exclusively flooding or um, flooding or screw, like we just saw. Emery looks pretty bad here, but everything else in my sideboard also looks pretty bad. Tamping Sphere, I guess. I mean, it's not great, but it's better than all the other cards that I see here, right? Am I crazy? Nah, okay. This deck is great but lacks good card manipulation. Yeah. Well, okay, that kind of like the idea is that you are drawing with. Okay, I think I keep this. You are abusing Mystic Sanctuary in order to get value that way. I think I'm gonna bobble and play Watergrave tapped. Nihil Spellum is good for Bedlam. Yeah, maybe one Nihil Spellum is better than. If we go to game 3, I'm gonna go with the Spellum over the Damping Sphere. I think both are pretty bad, but so I'm gonna Watergrave here, Cracking Bubble. I guess looking at their deck. Plays Eucalyptus in the board. Great against all aggro. Yeah, I've seen Eli playing Kalidas, and it sounds interesting. So next turn I'm gonna do Talisman Spell, I think. Dead of Winter. Yeah, Dead of Winter is also interesting. Braid. Let's see some lands here. Well, I guess I'm going to Inquisition instead of Spellbomb here. Is the damage worth it? I think it is. So I can hold up Charm next turn if I have to. Oh yeah, okay. So they have an Abrade coming up, and here I think I'm just going to get Light Up this stage. No, I think I have to take the Soulscar Mage, right? Play a land. Spike, Burst Lining. Okay. Feels bad, man. At least we're gonna get to stop a bunch of damage from this Swift Spear, which is nice. We're gonna be able to gust it. I think we gust it instead of depriving. Oh. Ugh. Gross. They put it on bottom. All right, sweet. Pog. Get a basic island. Play Urza. We can still spellbomb this if we want to. Just nice. You literally have Deprive on 2 lands, like forget. I mean, it's a one-off, right? It's not meant to be good in those situations, and it was even good against Scape Shift when I was stuck in 2 lands, right? I was able to maneuver my situation into being able to win anyway, even though the Deprive put me back 1 land drop. But it's meant for like the late game, and as a one-off, it's fine. It's been okay. In fact, I can even Deprive here. I think I might Deprive this Metamorphose if they go for Metamorphose here. So I know they have a Brave. A Brave the Urza. Well, that I let go. No, actually I don't. Yeah, no, I actually don't because yeah, I have to. If they have Lava Dart, then they get to kill the Urza. So I think I have to do this here. Just to say that it happened 4 times. Yeah, it's just unlucky. So they 100% have Lava Dart. So I think I don't block here because it's not lethal. And if I get to untap with this Urza, we might be able to get there, I think. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Gonna hold on to this Spellbomb here. I'm planning on stealing this Swift Spear, so I don't think I want to counter this. I want for my opponent to like make all the plays, assuming that the Swift Spear is gonna live. I guess I can even just bounce it. I have multiple options here. More Metamorphosis, that's good. That's good, that's good. So now I don't think I don't know any of their cards in hand. I suspect that they have... Okay. That also resolves. Bounce, draw 2, put Charm back on top. Well, I think I'm going to need to counter this. And okay. It's funny that we can counter a Reveler with destroying the lock. It's hilarious. This doesn't look like 6/6 trample. No, it does not. It's a 1/4, no trample. Bold face. What to do here? I would play trample if it was a 1/4 with no tramples and cost 2 less. Fair. I would too. I would too. Do we draw 2 here? I think I just draw 2 on end step. Man, this game's tight. Probably have a bolt. Get me down to 1. Draw 2. Brutality. Oh, I shouldn't have done that in that order. Whoops. Oh, hey. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna draw. I'm just gonna do 2 modes: duress and drain. We might whiff here, or they might bolt us. But I like forcing the action. Maybe they have another abrade or something. And if they have another abrade, forcing the action right now instead of allowing them to be able to. Okay, burst lightning. All right, happy that I did that because that would have been 4 damage down the road with 1 more land. Definitely not attacking, protecting against some kind of haste threat. Now we start doing the Urza thing. Spin. Pog. Yeah, I think it's safe to attack now. We can push. We can gain up to 2 life here. So I guess I don't do anything end step. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Flood Strand. 4, yeah. Hold 3 spin Urza. Alright. Double lightning bolt. I don't think I can take this 1 damage. I would really like to be able to put this on top, but I don't think I can afford to take that 1 damage. Come on, deck. Come on. Come on, deck. I guess I don't have to do this yet. For cast. Keep this one. Was 4 damage either way, I guess. Still only gain 2 life. But this only leaves us dead to double lightning bolt. Where if we had fetch, that would have left a dead to lava dart plus bolt or burst lightning plus bolt. So I think that it was correct to not take that 1 damage. We said spell bomb over damn sphere. That's what we said. And nothing else really, right? Everything else looks good. I mean, I guess as good as it can look. I mean, without any actual cyber cards against Prowess, pretty cool. Well, we drew 1 brutality, and I think I also drew 1 Aether Gust. Can't keep this. Ugh. Can we keep this? I've only kept 7. God damn. I don't think I can keep this, can I? No, it's just too slow. This is better. Right, keep bottom. Bottom. Not bad, not bad. Basic Swamp. Inquisition. Yep, I'm gonna take that one. Interesting that my opponent's not doing anything. I would imagine they would like to discard the cards in their hand. Maybe they want to combine a bolt with a lava dart or something, but okay. Maybe kill an Urza with a bolt but plus dart, but like lava spike they have to use at some point. Huh. I wonder if that card should still be in my opponent's deck. That's pretty good. Sure. Well, this isn't doing anything, so I guess I'd rather just go beat down. Ugh. Come on, man, please. 2, 3, 4, 5. My opponent is 1 away from Reveler mana. If I find where, that would be awesome. Dart token, sure. Pass priority, see what they do. They don't do anything. Push. Two, three, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so they can actually Reveler here. Yeah, I just can't find the middle ground. I either flood or I go all the way around. Talisman, not great, not great. Cryptic would be nice. Archmage's Charm would be nice. Okay, that's all 4 lava darts. That's hilarious. Imagine they're gonna put this on top. Come on, deck. Come on, deck. You can do it. I know you can do it. All right, redraws. Okay, at least these are tokens, right? That's not token. Put it on top again. Is a gust enough for me to want to basically time walk? It means 3 damage. I think I'd rather just have a draw. Come on. Why? 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 Alright, so this Reveler is going to resolve now. Terrible news for us. If only it had been the other spell bomb. Come on! Oh, this is so frustrating. This is so freaking frustrating. I'm leaving my dudes back to block because my opponent's going to be able to dart all of them. So at least here they would need a third mountain. This game has been extremely frustrating. I don't think there's much I could have done though. This is actually... No, it's not. I can sack the foundry itself. Oh, never mind. They have also light up the stage. Let's say that one of us drew better than the other one. One of us drew better than the other one. I think that is safe to say. All right. What we're going to see off the top. In before... what's his name? Crash through. All right. All right. Dart there. Dart the other guy. Okay. Suck this. Okay. So I guess I'm gonna have to sack this. All right. Something good, please. Come on! What is this? What the hell is this? No, I don't want the gust. It puts this on top, right? My opponent can just recast it. They have a mountain that I know of because I was exiled with a light up the stage. So the gust just doesn't do it. On combat. Yeah, but it's the same thing. They just recast the Reveler. I need to draw something better than a gust. Otherwise, my opponent just draws 3. I don't want my opponent to draw 3. If at all possible. Yeah, Gasting Reveler puts my opponent ahead. Now I could see doing it, but the fact that my opponent just cycled and then sacked a land makes me think that they actually have lands in hand. So I just think I need to do better than a Reveler, than a Gust. Yeah, I really don't know what to say. I really don't know what to say at this point. Guess I'm technically not dead. Still technically not dead. This is the most frustrating game I played in a really, really long time. Yeah, it's too late for this. It's too late for this. If I had found this like 1 or 2 turns ago, that would have been okay. But it's too late now. No, actually, if I had found it 2 turns ago, I would have won. Is that correct? No, I wouldn't have, because I would have had to chomp with the Thopter. So I needed to have found this 2 turns ago. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. 1, 2, 3. I only have 3 mana. So the line here is to wear for 1 for Astrolabe, draw a card, and draw into exactly Archmage's Charm. This allows me to steal the Scar Mage and use it as a blocker. Yeah, it's my only line. Because I cannot... Alright, here we go. Archive's Astrolabe into Archmage's Charm. Drawing the lock doesn't do it. Alright. Feels bad, man. Felt like I played reasonably well there. Just wasn't in the cards, unfortunately. Yeah, I mean, I honestly feel like I would like to rewatch all of my matches, and I think that literally every single game that I lost has been because I either flooded like insanely, like you just saw, or because I was screwed. Those seem to be like the. I think I like this hand. Those seem to be like the most common reason for losing with this deck. 5 lands, yeah. I think I'm gonna lave on 1. Okay, second Emery. Inquisition. Probably gonna take my Inquisition, or yeah, probably Inquisition. Untap land would be nice, so I can land this Emery right now. That actually counts in a roundabout way. All right, so we're out of sanctuaries because we naturally drew 2 of them, and we we just mailed the other one. So we're out of sanctuaries. Okay. Not gonna bubble here. Play second memory, will probably also die. There's not much else I'm doing anyway. But at least this Mystic Sanctuary is going to be able to get back the Whir. And I think at this, my opponent's end step, I'm going to cycle bubble. Probably going to see a Liliana here. In any case, my opponent needs to clear this Emry somehow. Doesn't matter how. That's a pretty good way of doing it. I think I'm going to pitch the push here. Well, I'm not so sure anymore now. Yeah, I think I'm still pitching the push. Yeah, because it gives me more information. I get to see 2 cards here, and then if I actually don't find another answer to this Bob, I can get back the push anyway. And I did get an answer to the Bob, so that's cool. So now we put Whir on top. Antlip, I don't speak that language, so if you could please spell in English or Spanish, I can answer your question. Otherwise, I have no idea what you're saying. Hey Teddy, how's it going? Yeah, I probably have to take care of this guy. That's Russian. It's possible. Don't speak it. Also, my opponent's name is Serum Visions, but they're playing Jund. What the hell? So this is a Croxa. In response to this, we're gonna wear for 2. Get a Thopter Foundry. Oh, I guess I should have gotten Nihil Spellbomb there, right? That would have been better. Yeah, that would have been much better, actually. Panterino. I've seen this story before. I've seen this story before. uh, Gonna escape Roxa probably here. Yeah, if I weren't out of, if I hadn't naturally drawn both sanctuaries, meaning that I don't get value of one of them, and I mill the other one with Emry. Getting pretty unlucky here. Getting moderately unlucky. Urza. I'm gonna take a lot of damage from this guy. But yeah, I have to chomp it. Yeah, I think I have to chomp it. So we're gonna bubbles myself. See what we draw. Delta. Of course, we're drawing polluted delta. We're going to attempt to chomp block here. Why no Titan? Because I wanted to play something else. After you play Dimir, you think you can beat Amulet from the position of the best deck in Modern? I feel like you asked that question multiple times every stream, man, and I told you multiple times already that I think that yes, that this is one of the best decks in the format, but Amulet is better. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. I am actually just dead to the Croxa trigger. Take 3, take 4 from the ravine. Yeah, it's all good, man. But it's like it's weird because I don't know if you're trolling. If you're trolling, it's fine too. But it's just like you asked like the same question multiple times, which is okay. I always encourage questions, but I the thing is that I feel like it's the same question over and over. So that's why I brought it up. Otherwise I wouldn't say anything. But yeah, I try to be welcoming to questions in this stream. Yeah, I'm gonna sack found it to itself. It's not pretty. I feel like I just can't come back from this though. I think it was that punt though. I should have, instead of getting the Foundry, once I know that Croxa is in the graveyard, I should have gotten Nihil Spellbomb. So that was my punt. Alright. At least my opponent's kind enough to not slow roll me and just let me know that I'm dead. Alright, so we do this, we do this, we do this, and we do this. We take these out. And I think I said out Emrys last time. I'm leaving one Emery. This is better than the alternatives. I like this. You worry without an escrow you'll leave soft to Lily? No, I don't think so. We have counter spells and stuff, and we also have Python Needle that we can work for. So I suspect that if my opponent has discard spell, they're gonna use it on turn 1. So I don't want to crack this bubble on turn 1 because of that. Never mind. No, 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 no. Don't have 6, don't have 6, don't have 6. Oof. I don't think there's anything that can happen on turn 2 that's going to be back-breaking here, so I'm going to use my turn to do this. Now, depending on what they do, because even if they bob, I can just bounce it and counter it on the way back. If I really have to. Scoos. Scoos is good. Ashiok. Ashiok coming off the top. That is nice. Do I counter the Ashiok is the question. No, I don't. No, I really don't, because I can just kill it, so I definitely don't counter the Ashiok. Cool. Glad we figured that out. Brutality. For you and Amulet, Belakut must be at 4 or it's 2? 2 at most. I don't think I ever won more than 2 Balakuts. It's actually kind of annoying. You get to swing in for 5 here. It's kind of nice. I think I want to bubble myself now, or do I want to spin? I think I want to spin actually. 3, 4, 5. I should have done that before playing my land. Guess we're gonna draw 2. Sweet. Heh. Nice. Yeah, I'm gonna bubble myself. No, I'm not gonna bubble myself, because this represents mana. That was a nice hit. The Archmage's Charm was a nice hit. We know they have an Ashiok. But that's it. We don't know anything else. So here, what stuff that I'm living up is either Spellbomb to bounce my own Urza if I need to. I'm also holding up Gust, and I have the bubble trigger available to me as well. Plague Engineer. Sure. So we're gonna name Thopter here. Makes sense to me. So bubble myself. Sword of the Meek. Gust this guy. Pied Piper, thank you for the follow. That series is so good. I need to finish watching it. Pied Piper is from the series. What's his name? I forgot what the name of the series is. Silicon Valley. Okay, so they bottom the Scoos. So we're gonna draw 2 here. Where push? Well, these cards are the nuts. So we play this. We put Charm on top. Yes. Then, whoops. We tap here. We cycle. We draw the Charm. Triggers Revolt. Kill that guy. Swing for 4. Yes, yes. And now we get to hold up Counter Magic or Weir of Invention. Let's say that this game is looking pretty good. You see, when our draw is reasonable and we don't flood like crazy or are mana screwed, this deck does some really powerful stuff. Maybe instead of Emery, I bought some Inquisitions on the draw. Just the Miser's Inquisition of Kozilek, of course. Of course. The one-off Inquisition. The classic. Sure. I like this hand a lot. Inquisition? Yeah. Alright. Interesting what they pick here. Depending on the remainder of their hand, this could go any way, honestly. Bubble, Fatal Push, Archmage's Charm, if they are planning for the long game. All of those are reasonable options. Okay, so my opponent's playing for the long game. Talisman of Dominance. A little bit of ramp there, allowing us for a turn 3 Jace if we want to. Hopefully we can wait a little bit longer so we can make sure that it's protected. Also, I've been pretty lucky that my opponent has cast 0 blood rates so far. You think maybe the flood and screw you've experienced with this deck is connected to this large number to the build, to blind cantrips? I mean, it's possible, but bubble to an extent, it's kind of a scry, right? So, if anything, the bubble is not really, it's not entirely blind. Sure. Punished. Depending on what my opponent does here, I might cycle this spell bomb. Oh, brutal. Sanctuary is an amazing way to mitigate flood. Yeah, exactly. Sanctuary is very good at stopping that from happening. Yeah, I think I'm definitely gonna cycle here. Alright, that's not terrible. Gonna pass here holding up Cryptic. Next turn I can Spellbomb plus Cryptic, and I can even bring back the Cryptic if I want to. Even if they get back the Croxa, I can just counter it. Basic Forest, Croxa. That's what we call a combo. Watery Grave tapped. Play land. Play Spellbomb. And they're one card off this. Nice. Yeah, sure. Let's crack here. We might get God by K command. But that's fine. Like, we have 2 cryptics. Return creature. Discard a card. Cool. Yes. Alright. Alright. So, play Bubble. Play Sanctuary. Cryptic on top. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna counter this. So there's a cryptic on top, so now we have a cryptic in our hand. We can go with another Mystic Sanctuary here if we want to. That's a Goyf, which we can very easily kill with this Fatal Push. We're drawing a Cliffs. And we're drawing a Push. Yes, draw. Push here. Also, now we probably get to. Yeah, I mean, I knew what I was going to draw, right? Because I was planning on drawing that. That's a land. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Yeah. All right. Should pay B and counter the K command. Yeah, that would have been an interesting idea. So I think we counter draw here. This means that the construct gets to survive. I can also counter bounce. I think I counter draw. But I kind of don't want to tap myself out. Like, this bolt means that I'm not going to be able to tap, and this protects me from Liliana. Although I could see my opponent having side out Liliana, honestly. Sure. That's perfectly fine. Unless they also have Liliana, Maelstrom Pulse. Okay. Alright. We don't have any worse. So that sucks. Top deck war over here. Hopefully they don't draw a fetch or something they can use, because they are going to be able to flashback Croxa otherwise. Yeah, this is interesting. My opponent's Thoughtseize in nothing, just so they can get back the Croxa. We get to kill the Croxa with this Fatal Push, though. So I'm not sure how good of a play this was. Oh, Corvinus, I didn't know that you were so strong. Misclick by you on the construction. Yeah, that's brutal. Alright, so... Actually, is it better for me to bounce? Is it better for me to Cryptic bounce and draw? Or should I just push it? Yeah, I'm considering Cryptic Bouncing. The problem with that is that if I draw something that I can't play, so that means that I was planning on trying to clock my opponent here, but if I draw an Ursa, I want to make sure that I can cast it, so... Return permanent Warner's hand, draw a card. That's just something I can cast, please. That's a great draw. Alright, cool. I can even sack this to stop their Foundry to draw a card, which is great. Screws is moderately annoying. But it's fine. Croxa's good. And I think one Thopter is probably better than Exiling this when my opponent has no other cards in the graveyard. So... Draw. Sweet. Create a 1-1. So they're probably going to start eating some dudes here. We can take one hit, probably. Oh, there's only one dude for them to eat, anyway. They can eat their own Croxa if they want to. Oh, just draw 2? I was planning on drawing 2 end step. But you might be right. Draw 2. Sure. Fairly confident I'm the one winning this race. Should I hold up this to play around Cake Man? I think I should. I have all the mana that I want already. So playing around Cake Man seems reasonable. Also, I think I'm gonna upkeep Bubble them. Actually, instead Bubble them. Regardless that we get a motto are worth opening or selling. I have no idea. So this I think is okay. Yeah, they eat their own Croxa. That makes sense. I think I'm still fine with this. They used one Maelstrom Pulse. I really doubt they have more than one. They're joining the K. Ugh. Alright, so I'm not gonna suck the Foundry. Yep. Soul Strong, I have been finding out that I Like my losses are either to flood, screw, or that. What do you think you lose to? This is not their hand anymore. But this has happened multiple times already, where we are in a very close situation, but I just start drawing like a shit ton of lands, and I just die because I just never see any business. Huh. That's interesting. I think I do I take this? If they have another Croxa, I think I sack the Foundry, right? But then if they decay it, I think I just take it. If they force me to sack the Foundry, I can sack it. I can sack it. I die to like Bolt plus K command or something. Need the extra artifacts to play around Goose. That's very true. Yeah. So they have Bolt plus K command. Exactly what I said that I was gonna lose to. Oh, they just have double Bolt. Yeah. I was trying to play around some answer to the second Foundry, because if they actually manage to answer my second Foundry, then I don't have Embryo anymore because I sided them out, and then I can't really combo them out. But maybe I overvalued the power of the necessity of the combo, and I should have just bought as much time, or I should have just not attacked. Yeah, I feel like I played that game a little bit poorly. It didn't help that I was, yeah. I feel like I did get pretty unlucky, but I also think that I messed myself up. Feels bad, man. Feels bad. Um, Sanctuary is so much important on the deck. When you start flooding, it's probably correct to just draw a lot. I didn't watch the whole game, so I'm not sure what happened. Yeah, it happened multiple times. It happened multiple times where my two losses were to having a bunch of good spells, like a bunch of like 2 drops and stuff like that, and just never drawing more than 2 lands, or just like having a ton of spells that I can draw that just win me the game on the spot, and I just draw like 14 lands or something like that in the top like 20, 30 cards or something. Um, I mean, I'm still very inexperienced with this deck, so I'm pretty sure that I played quite suboptimally most of the games that I played. But still, it felt like those were like the two things that I was losing to the most. Remember, it was pretty bad in my experience, and I couldn't watch the whole stream, unfortunately. But using Bubble to scry and etc. is more to mitigate yours draws. Yeah, I didn't love Emery either. There was one game against John where she just won by herself, but against a lot of the other decks, it just ate a bolt and it just did nothing. And in fact, in one of the games, it milled one of my Mystic Sanctuaries. That if it had been in my deck, I would have won the game, but but I milled it, so I lost. When a real game is a blue white that I had like 2 spells and 9 lands, and I just transformed 3 fetches into 3 charms and just overloaded them with card advantage. Yeah, this card has been very good for me. It looks really insane. I've been getting pretty lucky, and I've drawn it naturally a lot throughout the 2 leagues that I played today. 3 charms pretty important. We always bolted a push. 3 word was pretty good for me to set up combo. So you would say something like this. Again, I have no experience with this deck, so I just copied your list and went with it. So would you say to make this change then? Comandarlo. Should be card advantage engine. All right, so I do like this. Charm seemed very good, and many times I was in a spot where I'm like, yeah, if I had a charm here, this would be great. Cut spell bombs. Uh, this spell in particular was actually kind of nice. Play Jace in the main deck, like so. Because this is something that happened. I flooded on 4 drops a lot. 22 lands definitely felt a little bit shy. I was it was again, it was very weird to find. There were games where I'm like, man, I'm flooding like crazy, and there were games when I'm like, man, I just cannot hit my 3rd land drop. Yeah, there's was pretty much to the Buenamri. Okay, so we just cut it. And then you said Cage over Spellbomb. Is Cage better, though? So the this is good when I played Wear on 3. That's hilarious. It also stops escape cards. Interesting. Yeah, and I guess that now that we're not playing Emery, there's no downside to playing this card. Yeah, but like, Prime Time is one of the most important decks in the format, and it's just like, what the hell are we doing, right? I dropped the talisman for East to honest, like, yeah, I don't think so. Like, we have 7 4 drops, right? Talisman actually feels very important. It felt pretty. Whenever I had turn 2 Talisman, it felt really good. The times that I was able to play a 4 drop on turn 3 felt really strong. So that the Talisman I actually liked a lot. But I wonder what the perfect number of lands is. Because this kind of count over here, right? These are just mana sources. So we do have 25 mana sources, which is usually the amount of lands that blue-white decks, blue-white style decks play, like 20, 20, 24, 25. We also play like Astrolabes, we play a Bubble, so we should be able to hit our land drops. Yeah, we were over the Overgrown Tomb. That was a misclick that you said earlier. We were playing a basic island, and maybe Field of Ruin could be an inclusion. Maybe like 2 off. Field of Souls. What the hell is this card? Weird. Um. So now we have, what is this? 10 fetches. 10 fetches, 3 sanctuaries, 2 field. If we want a 22, we just play 1 field. Yes, be good for me with Emry, and it's Mox Opal with Urza. Yeah. Yes, but we're not playing Emery, so the appeal of explosives goes down considerably because you have to like naturally draw it, and we can only reliably explosives on 2. You can explosives on 3 thanks to Rush obviously, but I don't think this is explosives is very good in this. In other versions of Ursa, like, where is it? There. It was literally right below it. In a version like this, I think it makes more sense. This is a list that top 8 or top 4 a paper event recently, the NRG event. This is also my cup of tea right here. Toolbox. Yeah. Even with two Embries, E is pretty clunky. Also, you have all the CMC of on your deck. Yeah, which kind of sucks because you want all your artifacts to become moxes after Urza. Yeah, that's fair. Anyway, 50% win rate, which is not where you want to be. The sideboard also felt... It felt like there were holes in the sideboard. In the list that you won, you 5-0'd with, you didn't have disputes, and I wanted to add them because I got paired against multiple blue decks where I'm like, yep, I literally have no counter magic that works here, and yeah, it wasn't great. But yeah, I think this deck has legs. I think this deck is actually quite powerful, and today's results were not particularly representing. Definitely, there's a lot of mistakes on my part and stuff. All right, so this is the list that we're looking at. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you actually don't have fields. You have the 6th island. Push, Inquisition, Cage. Yeah, Deprived round. Yeah, the Deprive actually felt kind of nice. I like Deprive a lot. Okay, so we have one dispute. We had a second Jace. So one push. Two brutalities, one go for the throat, 3 Ashiok, 1 Damping Sphere. No Nihil Spellbomb. Interesting. I actually liked Nihil Spellbomb a lot during the leagues. Stroke. So this is the list that you're cooking with. Drown the Lock was, I mean, like it usually is, right? It was a 10 or a 0. It's like it is how this kind of card works, right? Summers Rejection solo contra Tron, no es mejor o un Destroke o Negate. Yeah, so yeah, we played against the Dracitron and the matchup felt pretty poor for us. So I understand wanting to add Rejection to the deck, even if it's specifically for the Tron matchups. Remember that we have no, we can't stop their land, right? So we have to somehow deal with their threats. And you can like loop Rejection with Mystic Sanctuary and stuff, which is nice, but yeah, it's not great. The E-Tron matchup felt pretty rough for us. Titan still has Cavern. Yeah, I don't think that Stroke is as good as it. I mean, it is definitely a reasonable cyber card, but I don't think it's as good as it used to be. I think that Gust is so insane against the Titan decks. Hey, Bajan, how you going? But yeah, so yeah, this deck, even though we didn't do particularly well, it did feel like what we were doing was pretty powerful. There were definitely a lot of mistakes on my part, which hurt our win percentage for sure. But yeah, it seems quite good and something that is definitely worth exploring. I don't know. I don't know about sideboard plans and stuff like that. So we were kind of like mumbling through, which also didn't help. This deck requires practice. Yeah, it felt very hard to play. If I have to be honest, I definitely felt like I was not playing optimally. Made way more mistakes than I usually do with Amulet. I mean, obviously, right? It's the difference between learning the deck and trying to get familiar with the interactions and the sequencing, all the stuff, versus playing the deck that I've been playing for 5 years and that I literally wrote wrote multiple like text, wrote a lot of text about literally all of that stuff. So definitely, it's gonna be I'm gonna be way more comfortable with Amulet than with this, but it still felt pretty good. Again, like the issue has been those two things, and I don't think there's much to be done about fixing the screw slash flood issue. Again, it's 25 sources, right? It is a pretty it's a pretty solid amount, so it's not crazy to flood, but at the same time we have like a bunch of 4 drops, and we have turns where we want to like Urza plus hold up cryptic or Urza plus one of these, so you definitely want to make sure that you have a lot of mana in play. I also took a lot of time versus you. I was double queuing. So, oh yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense the other way. One precision of I got pretty lucky in those 30 games, and I'm used to play control decks in general. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, it's just like how it is, right? I do enjoy playing this kind of deck, but I just don't, because usually when I'm streaming Amulet, because that's what people want to see. Amulet is so much better than deck than Ursa right now. It's my opinion. I mean, objectively speaking, probably. But I think that Amulet has a pretty rough matchup against this deck, honestly. So, yeah, it's just a different deck. It's just a different deck. And again, assuming that both people are playing at 100% or like at least 90%, I don't know what people. I don't know which deck is better in terms of win percentage and stuff. But yeah, I'm experimenting. I think these decks can move back towards. Yeah, Baijan. Yeah, so that's a different deck though. That is an entirely different deck. If this is what you want to be doing, then this version actually looks very, very nice to me. And I actually played one league offline with this, went 4-1, and the deck felt very, very nice. It's pretty great. It's pretty great, and this is definitely up my wheelhouse with the whole tutor targets and a bunch of one-offs in order to get your value and stuff. This deck felt very, very fun. One Welly Jar is not unreasonable. Yeah, yeah, I can see that. Yeah, this deck wants to have cards in hand, right? This deck wants to have cards in hand, while this deck wants to have stuff in play. So bridge makes way more sense in a deck like this than in a deck like this. I'm really liking it, yeah. How has Engineer felt for you? I haven't found my fight straight with him. The Goblin Engineer? I mean, again, in a deck like this, I think it's pretty good. It does what it promises, right? It does what you think it does. There's matchups where it's the nuts, right? If you get paired against Amulet and you turn 2 Engineer, then that's basically a guaranteed turn 3 bridge. So you kind of just win right there. If you manage to Pity Needle and Engineer Explosives, that's it. That's game. Unless they have like the Valakut angle now, but the Valakut angle it's probably going to be much harder for them to get through before you manage to combo them, because again the Engineer gets both parts of your combo. So it felt pretty good. Like I played again one league with this deck, and I beat Amulet in one of the matchups. Yeah, this is more combo centric. This is a control deck with a combo finish. So this is basically Splinter Twin, and this is KCI. So yeah, so there are completely different decks, and it's the nice thing about Urza, how it caters to different styles of play. Honestly, I think Urza is a sweet card. When people were saying that they should ban it, I'm like, don't, just don't. But yeah, well, hope you enjoyed it. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll be back on Monday, and we're gonna be playing a Spicy List. I need to get my hands on it, so I will be sharing it on Twitter and stuff. But yeah, I will be back on Monday. We'll be playing that donation list, and then we'll be back to our regularly scheduled amulet nonsense. Um, so thanks everybody for hanging out. If you're checking out the video on YouTube, thank you so much. Don't forget to link that to hit that follow and like and subscribe button. And I will see you on the next video. Bye bye. Have a good day.